Like they say 500K to dinner. I'll take a dinner with Dave.
For sure, bro. It'll be a great combo.
But I fuck with Big Cat though. Like I think he's a cool guy. I thought that was on the pod, by the way. I thought I was on. I was like fucking with that being on the pod.
It is. It was already recording.
Was it?
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
We'll probably start with that.
500K.
What's up, everybody?
500K to Dave Portnoy dinner. I'm taking Dave Portnoy.
Welcome back to the All Day Bets. I almost said what is on that. I didn't do that. All Day Bets. What's up, guys? Alex Jacobs, Manny, Ruffin. We have a jam-packed show. NFL is about to kick off yet another week of football, and college football Saturdays are back. We have a big matchup, big noon kickoff. Ohio State, Indiana.
Signet.
The Signetti train.
Signet, the line dropping, bro. They betting on you, Signet. What's the vibe?
We have some new segments to go over today. We might be doing a moneyline rollover later in the show. We'll get into that as well.
Wait, yeah, we did talk about that yesterday, right? They're on the bye week and shit.
Yep.
It's cancer.
But we'll highlight it for next week for sure.
I got sad when I looked at
Quick picks as well. And we will be closing this down with another same game parlay for Thursday Night Football. Very exciting. Devontae Smith last week on the birthday. The birthday boy did not get in the end zone. That hurt us a little bit.
Wait, no, we got scant. Wait, yeah. Can we talk about this? So that parlay, the birthday boy, Jalen Hurts, dog. It seemed like they called the play for him on the drag in the red zone. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
But can I bitch
Held
though?
the ball a second too long, got hit, affected, had to throw away, or I think he got sacked or something like that. That was a Smitty touchdown right there.
But it never was going to matter anyway because
Something else?
Terry McLaurin had 0.
Oh, yeah, he got strapped by Quinyon.
And
I forgot that.
we had 50 plus.
Okay, so we didn't really get fucked there.
No.
But we got fucked on last Thursday night or whatever the fuck. Nico Collins. Legit, bro. First of all,
can you say what it was?
First play of the game, it should have been out the way.
And I texted him plus 600 Nico Collins first touchdown score.
You did text me that. First play of the game. Everything's supposed to be out the way. Larry Tunsil, illegal man downfield. I don't know how the fuck. He was smiling when he knew he was wrong. They literally scripted that every day in practice, probably the first thing they did in practice throughout the week. So fuck it, whatever. Nico's still having a calm game. The rest of the parlay sharp. Joe Mixon's going off. We're doing our thing.
80's our number. Let's remember that for the end of the show, right?
80's our number, bro.
Okay.
80's for sure.
That was your call on that. So
80's for sure our number. And even with the 70s with the wide receivers, bro, because we still should have got it, bro.
First game back.
Nico's at 56. 3rd and 9. Cowboys are down 17. Doesn't really fucking matter, but the Texans still want to put the foot on the gas. Throws a dig across the middle. Little comeback route to Nico. Obviously, borderline didn't catch it, but looked very catchable on air. Mike McCarthy throws the fucking challenge flag. I just don't understand. You know, it's like, because I was getting ready to bitch. I swear to God, I'm gonna be transparent here. I was getting ready to bitch for entertainment reasons, but I had to be honest though. I kind of, now that I've like been able to think about it and take my breath and realize I just got cost $200, it's okay. I kind of like respect Mike McCarthy for like not giving up on his team. You only challenge there if you're not giving up on your team. He could be a shit coach. Like I don't think he's a great coach at all. I'm just saying if I'm in the locker room.
Is it over for Mike McCarthy and
probably
as a Cowboy?
Yeah, probably. And that, I think that's part of the reason why he's challenging that. Because like he's on the hot seat and shit. And like it, but me with the parlay on the line and I'm just like, why the fuck would you ever do? Are you fucking stupid? And I'm like, wait, this guy's coaching for his job. Like, yeah, you can't go up on your team, bro. But like, come on, Mike, if you were just a smarter coach, we would never be in that position, bro. It'd be a closer game. We would have all hit. Like, fuck, Mike. It's on you.
Still do
it's all
Cooper
your fault.
Rush
It's all Mike's fault at the end of the day. It's actually crazy. It's always Mike's fault.
It's still Cooper Rush at the end of the day.
That is true.
Also,
my fault, Mike. God damn.
I did want to say this. I did want to say this though, because I saw a tweet. I ended up quote tweeting it from like my personal account. I think it was like JPA football, and it was like, you know, fans showing a screenshot of the tickets and for the Thanksgiving game in Dallas, Giants Cowboys, and it's like fans are not really buying these tickets right away, obviously, because you have Cooper Rush versus Tommy DeVito. And I'm like,
sure, I buy him.
I'm like, okay, so is Daniel Jones, Dak Prescott that much better? I mean, come on. Like, that's all I said. I said, oh, wait, you're right. Daniel Jones versus Dak Prescott is that much better than Tommy DeVito and Cooper Rush. Like,
okay.
Let's put a, like, we could put a placeholder on it because maybe that game is mega dog shit, but like, come on.
Let me ask you something before we segue into the senior nights real quick.
What's that?
Do you feel like there's like a, because I'm thinking about this from a betting aspect too. Okay. Do you feel like there's a Nick Foles-esque feel around Danny DeVito because of what he did last year? when I'm looking at betting the Giants. Because I really, before we get to that game, I really want to take the Giants versus the Bucks. And I just think, we don't have to go too deep into it. I just feel like there's a Nick Foles, Jameis Winston first week versus the Chargers. Like, you know what I mean? Kind of feel the Dane DeVito being the quarterback.
I only feel bad.
And I need to know from a Giants fan.
I feel bad for Drew Lock because he was QB2 the entire year.
Yeah.
It was never going to be DeVito's squad. And I think at this point it's like
he could have played for a job somewhere else.
At least my outlook on it as a Giants fan is, well, what Tommy DeVito and his agent did with the fedora and all that fit last year on Monday Night Football against Packers, big win. Tommy DeVito has won 3 games as a Giants quarterback.
Facts.
Since signing the contract for Daniel Jones, 3-13. They've won the same amount of games since Daniel Jones has signed the contract. So I think from the hype factor, it got butts in seats. Everybody's sitting there holding this. Everybody's doing vodka, penne vodka, and chicken cutlets. Like there's a certain noise about it. And I think from a business perspective, this is my look on it. From a business perspective, maybe we can get more butts in seats.
That's a fact.
There's going to be more noise around it.
Yeah, then Drew Lock, that's a fact.
For the end of the season, where they're playing for nothing.
Yeah.
As a Giants fan, personally, though, lose every fucking game and get the top pick.
Yeah.
That's where I am. So I think it's a business decision. I think they're doing it just for the noise.
That's facts.
But then why go and sign Drew Lock for, what was it, $5 million or something like that?
I don't think they know too much what they're doing right now. They just need like a year to reset. They need to all go to Hawaii and just, you know what I mean, think about what they're doing.
No boat trip, though. No boat trips. Okay. Let's get over to the Thursday night slate. Again, we will be building a parlay at the end of the show for this same game parlay. But the Steelers are -3 in Cleveland. It's going to be a chilly night in Cleveland. We know what this division matchup pans out to be every time. It's like, and you've said it multiple times that the Steelers play down to their competition. This is an 8-2 team playing against a 2-8 team.
Don't quote me on the bad shit. It's crazy.
But like seriously,
it's a fact though.
You got 82% of the money and 83% of the bets. On FanDuel, on the Steelers,
that's
as
the
3.5 favorites.
That's the problem right there. Because when this is not something that we usually see. Ben Roethlisberger's not the quarterback anymore. AB's not catching passes. Le'Veon Bell's not going through the whole. So why is 80% of the people betting on him? You know what I'm saying? This is some new shit now. We don't do this. We be doing a divisional matchup, prime time. It's still like, at the end of the day, it's still famous Jameis. At the end of the day, it's still Kevin Stefanski. At the end of the day, it's still Nick Chubb, Denzel Ward versus George Pickens. Match with the watch tonight. Might see a crash out or two. Very entertaining. I don't have this is a game where I don't think you could bet it. I really don't think you should bet it at all. I really don't think there's a reason to bet this game. Especially when the Fade God and the Fade Queen are both taking the sharp side in the Browns. Because the Browns is the sharp side here. I wouldn't be mad at you if you did the little Pittsburgh Steelers the better team. I put in the money line parlay thing because that's probably what you want to do, motherfucker.
I really want to take
that's
3.5
what you
want
to do,
motherfucker. That's what I want to do. I want to be a part of the public.
I would not suggest you to do that.
And I'm probably not.
But to your point, last week I stayed off the last Thursday night football game because it was like a classic spot where you take the sharp side Cowboys. All the money's on the Texans. And the dog talk about the podcast, but I can't bet on Cooper Rush. And at the end of the day, the Texans are just that much better, and the Cowboys are playing that bad right now. Like, it's not going to be a trap, bro. Is it another potential situation where the people overthink the trap? They see the money coming in. They just go to bet the Browns and don't realize Nick Chubb's first week back. Is he in shape? I mean, we still have question marks at the quarterback. Our coach is kind of low-key on the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've had some really fucking bad losses. We lost 4 of our last 5. The only time we won a game was when we had some field goal going around with James being the quarterback for the first week, and then we came back to reality. So, like, the public's been sharp. It could be in a situation where the public's sharp. I'm staying out of it. I'm staying far away.
We got a sneaky public win with the Eagles last week.
I guess I could give this away because it's in my parlay for you to rip up or not. I feel like this is kind of fucked for me to say now, but I guess it's a pick for the game. I did take the under in the parlay, though. Rainy, snowy possible day,
cold.
Windy, cold. We just won a game by only scoring field goals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the only play here would be the under for me.
Yeah, I really want to be part of this.
The public, bro. The public's been sharp, bro. And you hit the fish parlay last week. The public's been on it.
Yeah, we also got lucky with the Eagles late covering with Saquon Barkley's, 2 touchdowns. Yeah. The second one was late in the game. Yeah. Just broke off for one, and that was where the cover happened. but for the majority of the game, like that first half, they looked terrible.
Yeah.
And I feel like we might get some first half
Off a
ugly,
big divisional emotional win.
and we go back-to-back division games. Now we're on the road.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And I mean, every rivalry game in this division is like deep, but I feel like for some reason, like Steelers Browns has like a different, like low score, ugly, anyone can win it type of game. I guess all of them do, but I would caution this game.
All right, we will be making the same game parlay for that later in the show.
SGP it for sure.
SGP for sure. We're going to have a couple picks for that. Let's go to a newer type of segment for us. Let's rank our top 4 traps for this week in college football and NFL.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, so are you going – I want to actually know this. Are you going like – my thing that I was kind of doing is I just have 4 here.
I'm ranking. No, I'm slam ranking them from 4 to 1.
4 to 1. Okay.
I'm slam ranking them from 4 to 1.
Good to know.
So at 4, this was tough because I really do like this spot. But at 4, I'm gonna do Texas A&M at Auburn.
Okay, that's good.
A&M's playing with playoff hopes on the line. 90% of the money's on A&M. Senior night for Auburn. Historic stadium, classic home field advantage spot. Last home game for a lot of guys. I have a quote from, I think, Deal, their tight end, senior tight end. It's something that has crept up on me this week. All the great memories I've had, all the great times I've had playing in front of those fans in the stadium, definitely going to be emotional for me. Starting linebacker said about winning the game. It would be a special thing. We talk about building a foundation for next year and understanding that young guys need to be able to experience these big games. I think it's a bigger, when people say it's a throwaway game, last game of the season, this team sucks, it doesn't matter. Especially for a lot of senior, like these guys are getting drafted, their career's over. Exactly, motherfucker. A lot of these seniors is going to be the last time they ever play football. And if you've ever been in that position when you, like, every single my last games, I had a really good game. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know if they're going to win the game. My last game, high school, I got blown the fuck out. Last game, college, we lost the bowl game. But both games, I had really good games. It's just something to think about. I'm going to rank them 4. 3, this might surprise you. Detroit Lions go into the AR5-led Indianapolis Colts with 92% of the money on a 7.5. So we can lose by the ton and be cool. And you know AR likes to backdoor cover. The noise got loud. They sat him down. He came back in. Beat ayahuasca boy. Sent him back to Indonesia. Take some more time, motherfucker. Game-winning drive. I'm that bull. Play that future. I'm taking him. Number 3. Number 2. I'm a little torn here. Last second decision. I'm going Ole Miss at Florida. I don't like something about this. I just think Florida's trending up. I could have had this game a little lower. It could be a reach. I think Florida's trending up, and I think as far as senior day, as far as home field advantage, and the young quarterback playing with nothing to lose, playing loose DJ Lagway trending up, I would just take extreme caution betting on Ole Miss this weekend. I love Ole Miss. And coming at number 1, SMU going to Virginia. Virginia is playing for their bowl lives. People don't think that matters, but to some people and to some programs that does actually matter if you want to get transfers coming into the door. SMU's been one of the more exciting teams of the year. They struggled to fail to cover 11.5 versus Duke. That game was close. They struggled versus Boston College as a -19 favorite. That game was close for a while. That was last Saturday. We have film on that. We have fresh film on that. We're playing for a bowl lives, and 90% of the money's against us at the crib, and it could be my last game I'm ever playing at the house. No, it is the last game I'm ever playing at the house. Not could be. It's over. I just could get a bowl game. Number 1 trap spot of the week for me is SMU going to Virginia. I would take extreme caution, and I love SMU. What do you got first? Okay,
so I'm starting number 4, and I'm curious to see if you're going to be on this side. It's Army plus 14.5.
Who's the trap?
Army.
I love it.
At Notre Dame. At Notre Dame.
Okay. You think Notre Dame's going to roll?
I think Notre Dame's going to roll.
I like what you're thinking.
And this is not hating on Army at all.
We already had it with them before with the overthink spot.
Yeah. So I just think and maybe this is, I could put this higher for sure. Probably. But I have some others on there.
I like this at 4.
And for number 3, you had the game. I was hoping we didn't have the same game, but it's Florida plus 10.5.
Love it.
So that's what was number 3.
At 3, I like it.
And again, I was on Florida money line last week against
That was a
LSU.
trap.
Originally, I was on LSU.
Originally, we
Right
got trapped.
before game time, I was talked out of it. Went to Florida money line plus 145. Good win there. Now I'm going to fade them this week, and that's why I'm taking Ole Miss.
Oh,
That's what I'm thinking. The trap is Florida.
Oh,
Taking Ole Miss.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Number 2. This arguably could be number 1 for me, but this is going to go into the number 2 spot. That's the Giants plus 5.5 at home with Tommy DeVito.
Love it.
And I'm saying this as a pure Giants fan. I think everybody that's going to be at this game is going to be so excited to see Tommy DeVito.
Oh.
But they're not going to cover because everyone in the building that's going to be doing this are going to be the same people saying, Tommy, just throw a couple interceptions. Let's lose the game and keep the high draft pick. Maybe keep us in a 2 slot or get us into number 1. And what are we talking about now all over ESPN? It might be Shedeur Sanders in a New York Giants uniform next year.
See, this is why these situations are actually interesting. Because I'm looking at that game and I'm telling you, like when I'm asking you if Tommy DeVito is the Nick Foles of that situation, I'm 92% of the money's on the Bucs. They're off the bye. They've just lost, I think, 4 in a row. 4 very close games aside from, I think they lost to the Ravens by 10, but that game was still close until the end. I was really considering betting the Giants this week, bro.
And normally I would if they didn't have, like, because they obviously don't have anything to play for it, but they have something to lose for.
I think what you're getting at and what the casino could be getting at playing the cat and mouse game, they think we're going to be all thinking it's a trap. Bucs are a trap. Tommy DeVito is going to revive some energy. But, bro, it's in, what is it, week 12, week 11? Like, at this point in the season, bad teams know they're bad. And bad teams know what they have to do to get better. And the thing that the Giants know what they have to do to get better is to lose the fucking game. So, low-key, you might be on to something. I kind of like it.
Let me get to number 1. That's the San Francisco 49ers plus 1.5.
Love it.
In Lambeau.
I couldn't put it on my list, but it was very, very close.
Lambeau Field at this point in the season is very, very tough to play in.
Coming from San Fran?
Jordan Love and the Packers are going to win this game. And
we just watched that Live Moves Debo Samuel clip before we went live.
Also, here's the deal. It's 1.5. So, like...
just win the fucking ball game,
just
guys.
Win the game.
Just win the fucking ball game.
If the Packers win the game,
don't we historically own this series as well? Or no, we don't. We historically get owned in this series. But that's Rodgers' fault. Is this a new guard coming in, J Love, Winter Warrior?
It's the trap. The number 1 trap for me is the Niners plus 1.5.
I'm pretty sure 60% of the money's on San Fran. I'm pretty sure there's some buyback coming on the Packers, but public on the underdog going to the snowy when they're used to playing in the sunny. I like it. Yo, you might have cooked that. I kind of like what you did there.
I feel pretty good about that, actually. And I thought that I was going to go different with the Giants. Again, that could be interchangeable, but then to the same point, Packers just have to win the game to cover this.
Absolutely.
The Niners have to be at plus 1.5, have to be my number 1. They have to, to slot into that. I like that. I like ranking those. Let's head over to more NFL and college football from a conference and division winner perspective. We were talking about this earlier a couple of weeks ago, and then we kind of brought it to fruition of what the conferences look like. And we actually shouted out when Colorado was plus 400.
Yep.
To win the Big 12.
Yes, we did.
And if we're looking at the Big 10, let's start with the Big 10. Ohio State minus 105 to win the Big 10. Then is Oregon at plus 110. There's the big conversation. You got Ohio State playing Indiana this week. Most people thinking that Ohio State hasn't played anybody big outside of Oregon. That was a tight game. Really, really tight game down the stretch. Came to the final play. Indiana riding the Cignetti train. This is a team that's still undefeated, who wasn't even a thought last year.
Nope.
And now it's like if Ohio State loses, this minus
the
105. The
Cignetti chain can roll in there. Now looking at the game.
Yeah, because I didn't even mention that. I'm sorry. Indiana plus 1,000.
And they pretty much have to win this game to get the chance to play in the Big Ten championship, where they would probably play Oregon. Now let's keep it a buck, but it's all good
for sure. You're at least in the game.
Looking at this game, open at 13.5. Now this game almost made the trap list for me. No cap, because I thought this Ignite train could be a low key trap. 14-point underdog in a top 5 matchup. What are we doing here? Then the public's on them. Obviously, what are we doing here? But now this line's been bet down to 11.5. So there's some big money coming in. Ryan Day historically dog shit against top 5 teams. He's kind of proved that to be incorrect versus Penn State. when I look at this game, you have some stats there. My fault.
Ohio State 8-3 against the spread in its last 7 at home. Last 11 at home. The under has hit in 7 of Ohio State's last 8 games versus top 25 scoring defenses.
Interesting.
And Ohio State is 6-2 straight up in its last 8 games versus top 25 scoring defenses.
Interesting. You might have just found a sharp angle for me, but when I continue about the side, I would bet it live. I would try to get Ohio State live. Anyone watching that Indiana game versus Michigan, and you bring that under stat up, the whole thing about the Cignetti thing, I mean, I'm just, a lot of it has been their offense, and I'm not going to say their whole team's their offense, but a lot of the hype has been around the offense. When the tape comes out and these blue bloods come to play you, the Michigans, the Ohio States, the Penn States, they're looking to stop you. They think they can beat you in the war of attrition. They don't want you to get going. They don't want you to have momentum. They don't want to stop. They want to stop the explosive, the trick plays. Actually, low key, not fun. Not a great bet to give out on the show. Not entertaining. Probably clicking off the show now. Fuck it. Fuck you too. I would probably take a hard look at the under. And if I do want to take Ohio State, I would do it live. I don't love 11.5. And I think some wise guys are starting to like that big line as well. It's getting bet down. I think you look, if Indiana scores first, you might see a 7, could see a 5-4. Same situation as I said with Colorado last week. But I do lean Ohio State. But I think that under, you might have cooked that. Kind of fuck with that.
For the Big 12, though, you have Colorado at plus 100 now, BYU at plus 310, and then the Sun Devils, Arizona State. Let me get this
Don't
right.
Sleep.
There it is. At plus 350.
Don't sleep.
Colorado visiting Kansas after a big home win last week. And
two massive matchups here for this shit.
Yeah.
3, but.
Yeah, because you have Colorado visiting Kansas and you have BYU visiting ASU.
So this Colorado-Kansas game. You want to get into that?
Let's get into that.
This to me was like the most interesting game until, I mean, it's still very interesting, but until I started realizing that the Sharps could possibly be on Colorado. I think it's extremely fishy that FanDuel does not want to show us the money now, because I can get money for a lot of games, but I can't get money for the Colorado game. It's interesting. It's just interesting. It's okay. I'm just noticing. When originally, I can't lie to y'all.
That is a good shout. I didn't know that.
I had this game circled like 2 weeks ago. I kind of called that Kansas was going to beat Colorado and spoil the whole fucking thing. At the same time, no. We can keep it a buck and say Colorado has answered a lot of questions for us this year.
Absolutely.
A lot of the gripes because I love the Colorado team. And the thing that came to me about the big games on the stretch of the season was being able to run the ball, being physical on defense, being able to stop the run on defense. They've answered all of those questions throughout conference play. I low-key don't think there's any reason to stop believing the Buffs. I think there's a lot of people, including myself, that love Jalen Daniels. He made a lot of people a lot of money last year. There's a lot of people that remember that. He lost some people money this year, and then people won some money back the last couple weeks. You get the Iowa State win, you get the BYU win. The Jalen Daniels train is rolling. I low-key think, and it's their senior night, or senior day, what is it, 3:30, whatever, my fault.
Yeah, they yell at you for that.
Yeah, my fault, guys. You guys don't understand. It gets dark, literally pitch black dark at 5 o'clock in Pennsylvania. Like pitch black dark. This is what I'm thinking. I would take caution at the win because it's their senior night. Jalen Daniels is hot. Last game at Kansas. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't run to bet Colorado. I love Colorado personally.
I'm running.
I think they get it done. And if you're a Buffs guy, if you're a Buff bettor, I think you got to bet this game.
Yeah, I'm running for the 2.5.
It's going to be scary as fuck.
I'm running for the 2.5.
It's going to be scary as fuck, bro.
But even still, when you're looking at it, though, it's plus 100 for them. I mean, that's obviously perfect case scenario for them where they're in the driver's seat at this point.
Absolutely.
And when you look at what the schedule looks like, it's Oklahoma State at home.
Two scary ass games, bro.
At 12 o'clock on ABC. I believe that's Black Friday.
Yeah.
So they got Black Friday game, ABC at 12 to finish their season, which for them, that's a 10 o'clock game again because they had a noon game last week. And
I like that game way more than the Kansas game.
You sit yourselves at 10-2. We're in the driver's seat to go to the Big 12 championship.
Go to the playoff.
Go to the playoff. Win the Big 12 championship.
Beautiful.
Go to the playoff.
And I can't. I just remember it's very nice. You know what I'm saying? You had the feeling a couple times with the Burrow thing. You caught up Burrow. He goes on to go to the Super Bowl. Should have won it. I'm not going to talk about it. It's nice when I remember when everyone's hating on Prime, talking about the Louis luggage he's bringing in, this, that, and the third, the transfer portal, getting people out. And I was on this podcast talking about people were kind of dumb. You know what I mean? Let the guy do his thing. It is finally coming to fruition. And Prime needs to get to the playoff. Prime gets to the playoff. I don't care what they do in the playoff. It's mission complete. They got the number one. They got the number one QB coming in next year too. So I don't think Prime's going anywhere.
Crazy.
Shout out to Prime, bro. You really did it. You know what I mean? We're gonna tell you really did it.
Let's go to the SEC, and you have Texas.
Hold on. Before can we look at this? Go to the show sheet. Do we have this?
What game?
Yeah, let's talk about this ASU game, bro.
Oh yeah, good call.
Because no cap, ASU's a story that's not being talked about enough at all.
For sure.
And bro,
I have skin in the game with ASU too.
I don't necessarily want to call this a trap, but I think there's gonna be some people like confused why BYU's plus 3.5, not really understanding the fraud alert that's been going on the past couple weeks, even though they only lost one game.
Should have lost to Utah.
Should have lost to Utah, bro. This is the biggest game in Arizona. And God knows how long since Herm Edwards was there. No cap, and those games weren't even that big. This big. Senior night, BYU, Big 12 championship hopes on the line. If there's a team I'm running to bet, I'm running to bet on Arizona State. I'm buying, bro.
Are you taking a minus 3.5? That's plus money. It's plus 100.
That's the scary part. And you'll find out when we get to one of the later segments what I did do.
Okay.
But I do want to, because you see how the public, I think the public's going to take this BYU line. It's at minus 122 now. I think we can see 3. I would take 3 scarily, but I'd take it. I want 2.5.
Imagine what this would do to Big 12 Conference Championship game winner.
It'll be lit.
If Colorado loses, Arizona State beats BYU.
Yeah, Iowa State wins their game. They have their 7-point favorites going somewhere. It could be a trap too, though. But yeah, it could get fucking weird.
It could get very weird. Colorado's not losing.
There's a way we could watch.
There's
a way where everyone was thinking it's going to be a high rating Colorado versus BYU or Colorado versus Arizona State, and it's going to be Iowa State versus Arizona State. And I hope it doesn't happen. Prime, please do the fucking job, bro.
Yeah.
Please do the fucking job, Prime.
Okay, so to the SEC, if we're looking at the conference championship game winner, Texas plus 160 to win it, and Alabama plus 165.
So can you celebrate yourself?
Yeah.
Clap it up for AJ.
Because
he gave you on the line.
Bama plus 420, and I believe that was 2 weeks ago.
Just take it.
It might have been last week.
Just take it.
No, it was 2 weeks ago because it was before.
Yep.
It was before Mercer when they just blew the doors off of them.
Just take it, bro.
And now we're sitting at plus 165.
It was 3 weeks ago. It was before LSU.
That is true.
It was before LSU.
And the crazy part is,
just take it, bro.
My argument was if Bama can at least just get to the game,
absolutely,
I think they beat Texas. I do.
Okay.
So that was the point.
Okay.
All they have to do is find a way to get there.
I'm on the same logic, but my thing is I like them playing Texas, and I'm holding plus 400, bro.
Right, for sure.
Let's keep it a buck.
And then the last game of the year, after this game in Oklahoma, that's 7:30 on ABC, they host Auburn at 3:30. Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Auburn fans are going to say they never beat Alabama in Alabama, and they're 100% correct.
Auburn fans are going to be let's ruin it for them.
But yeah, but they're going to say, you know what I mean? Because Sammy,
you
never win in Alabama, and they're right. I mean, they're right. But they're just, I don't hate it. I actually love it for college football, but I actually I never feel bad for Alabama fans. The only reason I feel bad for Alabama fans is every year they have a good team. They're on the bubble. And you have to get past the Auburn game. God damn it, bro. My fault, man. I don't know why y'all schedule it like that.
To the ACC, Miami plus 105 and SMU plus 150. We can kind of include Clemson here, but not necessarily at plus 450.
What do you mean?
I mean, if you're talking SMU trap, Miami's going to most likely walk away with this one.
Oh, Miami's going to walk away with that game. But low key, I'm just saying, don't take this. Like, do not take this horrible line. Clemson fans, you do have a reason to take that line, though. Clemson fans, Clemson alums, you have a reason.
About a month ago, I was saying Clemson was going to win the ACC.
SMU has to go to Virginia on their senior night, and they have 2 games left. Virginia has 5 wins. They have to win out to make a bowl game. Like, bro, it's just a setup for a trap. All I'm saying is, if you do want to hold a nice ticket, I would hold Clemson plus 400 to win the ACC. They're not gonna beat Miami. Miami's gonna win the ACC, but is Miami minus money?
Plus 105 to win it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to just hammer it as a Miami fan, I guess have some fun. I'm scared about SMU this week. I don't know how you feel about the game. I'm fucking scared, bro. New team, hype team. I talked about the games. They struggle versus minus 11.5 when they play Duke. Struggle minus 19 favorites when they play BC.
But are we talking strictly covering, or are we talking about them winning?
I didn't even talk about the fucking Nevada game. Minus 29. They were down 28-10 going to the 4th. I'm talking about. I mean, I'm essentially talking about covering. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
even
yeah, yeah,
winning
yeah.
the game, I'm essentially talking about covering. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
even
yeah, yeah,
winning
yeah.
the game, I think they're in danger of losing the game just to look ahead and shit like that. I don't think the book is done on SMU yet. They have to get past this Virginia game.
I mean, Clemson struggled against them too.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I think there's a little bit. I like the spread, but there's a little bit of life from that money line if you want to have some fun. I know cap, bro.
Now, there's a couple spots in the NFL that we already kind of touched on in previous conversations on this show, but we'll just talk strictly from the division perspective. You have the AFC North, which is where we'll start. The Steelers are now minus 160 with the Ravens plus 130. I'm going to continue to say this until probably the end of the football season. Anytime the AFC North winner comes into fruition in terms of a topic of conversation, the Steelers are minus 160 now. In preseason,
insane.
they were plus 750.
Fucking
The clip has been reposted that this man called in August. So just want to put that to the top of everybody's list. And if you watch the entire clip of that, at the end, he says, if I'm a Steelers fan, I'm totally putting 100 or 150 to make $1,000. If I'm a Steelers fan.
Have to.
And maybe there were Steelers fans out there that did that, but now you understand.
I understand it now.
I understand it now. It's going to be a fun, stretch for the rest of the season to see if the Ravens can pull this off. It's good value for the Ravens. I just feel like outside of last week's game, I know just 1 on-off field goals, 6 of them from Boswell.
Disgusting.
Like, happens. Sorry. Need a little bit better on offense there. But I still think the Ravens will end up coming out and winning this AFC North. But it is fun to be right here this late in the season, seeing in the end of November, seeing the Steelers are minus 160. I don't think that was on a lot of people's lists. Again, they were plus 750. It was Ravens, Bengals, then Steelers. And the Ravens were obviously heavily favored at the beginning of the year. So, again, going back to the initial point, I do think the Ravens get this done. But we'll see. You have the Thursday Night Football
sad that
matchup.
the dream could die. It wouldn't die this week. The Steelers are in danger of losing this game.
Absolutely.
Steelers are in serious danger of losing this game.
Can look a little bit further, and we'll get back to the NFC South, but we'll go over to the NFC West, which we touched on in the beginning of this week on Monday's show.
What does that say? Does that say plus 300?
Plus 300 for the 49ers and minus
500
110.
for the Seahawks.
Plus 500 for the Seahawks. Plus
right.
300 for the 49ers and minus 110 for the
And
Cardinals.
plus 500 for the Rams.
Plus 500 for the Rams.
Fans of all your teams,
Wow.
take it. No, fans of all your teams, take it. They're essentially saying everyone has a chance. The Niners had the real chance, but everyone is still in this motherfucker. And it's I love Kyler Murray.
But you also have Cardinals playing the Seahawks this week. And
That's
then
what I mean.
49ers are in Green Bay.
That's what I mean.
49ers could actually slap themselves in the bottom if they lose. Because let's just say the Rams is Sunday Night Football. Trappy, Eagles got to come across the country. Rams get a win, 49ers get a loss, and then you have the Cardinals and the Seahawks playing each other. Rams could find a way to slap themselves into the second position.
That's what I'm saying.
After this week of football.
There's a lot of shit. Like I think there's no reason, if you're a fan of any of the team in the West, to take a stab. Me personally, it sounds pretty insane.
What's that?
I think you probably take the Niners. And I'm a Niners hater.
But, then you're banking on them like they got to win in Lambeau.
That is true. I guess that's true, but that's not a division game. I guess I got to see how the division. I guess we have to look into the division, like what the division records are and shit. I just think plus 300 for the team that's ran it, and you're just relying on Kyler has a trap this week going to Seattle. You know what I'm saying? And then I think the Niners have to play Seattle again. I just plus 300 if you're a Niners fan.
Cardinals right now are 2-0 in the division, and they can make it 3-0 with a win against the Seahawks.
And the
Niners are 1-3 in the division.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, I don't know if I would take that.
I'm not.
I think I would take the Rams before anybody. 2-1 plus 500 and Matthew Stafford's my quarterback.
Let's keep it a buck. And then the Niners, and then the Seahawks had the tiebreaker over the Niners. Oh yeah, I wouldn't touch I wouldn't touch the Niners with a 10-foot pole at all. I would not touch the Niners with a 10-foot pole.
And then so Seahawks have Cardinals they got to play the Cardinals twice in the next 3 weeks.
Wait, I think the Seahawks is the bet, bro.
Obviously, including the
No. I actually think if you're gonna make any, and they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna actually do it. But I mean, hey, look at where we're at now.
For sure, but look at this schedule.
No, that's what I'm saying. And look at the schedule. Cardinals twice. We already own the tiebreak on the Niners, and we play the Rams to end the season in LA. Now, we kind of know how those at LA games go. Are they really home games? And we know how the 12 move.
That's true. That's a good point.
Is it worth the plus 500? I think it's worth the plus 500. I honestly think it's worth the plus 500. No cap. I would low-key put a couple bucks on it. No cap.
That's a solid point. I mean, they still have to play the Packers late in the year.
That's a little scary. Scary.
Let's go to our final division here, and that's the NFC South.
Like, I there's no way you're telling me that the Buccaneers should be plus 350 to win this division, right?
With the Falcons favored heavily at minus 370.
I know they've lost 5 in a row or 4 in a row. We need to see the division rankings in this division.
Falcons 6-5, Buccaneers 4-6.
What's this division? 1 and 2 in the division.
Falcons are 4-1 in the division.
The Falcons just own all the tie breaks, bro.
Right, but let's
They
talk
just
about
own
it like
every
this.
tie break, bro. Look at this shit. Look at the whole schedule though. They just own every tie break. Fuck, and they don't play anybody. Yeah, no. So they have to essentially lose the fuck out or like lose every game by 1 or 2.
The Falcons to end the year, they're on the bye this week, and then they go home against the Chargers, in Minnesota, in Vegas, home against the Giants, in Washington against the Commanders, and then home against the Panthers to end the year. That's a favorable schedule for them to end the year.
Bro.
And they're already minus 370.
Yeah, all right, my fault.
You know?
God damn,
You
dog.
got Giants, Panthers, Raiders in there. Like,
Wait,
you can
this is-
essentially say that's 3.
Scroll up. This is corny to me. Why, yo? Look how front loaded their fucking divisional schedule was at the beginning of the year.
Absolutely. But we did also say when we went over the Falcons schedule at the beginning of
That's
the year.
kind of unlucky.
We just said that at the beginning of the year when we went over the Falcons schedule, you and I both said it's going to end up being Kirk's division to lose late in the year. And here we are, Raiders, Giants, Commanders, Panthers to end the year.
Bruh. That's corny. Like the script writers definitely dropped the ball on that one. I can't lie. We need some NFC South bangers at the end of the year, bro.
I wish I remember what their value was when we looked at them at the beginning of the year.
Probably plus 140 or something like that.
Something like that.
God damn.
Because I think the Buccaneers were in the same realm too.
Yeah,
maybe
my
plus
fault,
145,
Bucs
plus
fans.
150, something like that. But it looks like
shit's
for a
runs.
favorable schedule, they can get that done.
That shit's runs. God damn it.
Falcons can get that done. Okay, so I would like you to explain this new segment and what we're going to be doing because I understand it, but I would like you to explain it better than I would have.
Well, we originally wanted to do the balloon pop idea. Unfortunately, we don't know how to blow balloons. We tried to blow about 15 balloons. We all failed.
So I'm going to give you mine.
So the alternative idea to the balloon pop is we made 2 parlays, 2 3-leg parlays, printed them out on paper. Alex is going to hand me his parlay. I'm going to read it out loud. I'm either going to rip it apart on the leg that I read out loud that I don't like, or I'm going to co-sign the parlay.
Okay. Which one would you like? Would you like the prop?
I don't care. Yeah, start whatever you want to start with.
Actually, I want you to make a decision. Would you?
Just whatever the first one is.
Okay.
Let me get this one.
That's the prop parlay.
I like that. So, Mr. Al 3000 started off with the prop parlay.
Come on.
First leg. Jonathan Mechie, 25 plus receiving yards, even money. I actually really like that
This
leg.
is per ESPN bet.
Justin Jefferson over 79.5 yards versus the Bears. I actually kind of like that.
Divisional?
I actually kind of like that.
Divisional?
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Divisional?
Tyreek Hill, 60 plus receiving yards versus the Patriots. Ooh, you are like, bro, come on, bro. You know that was the one, bro.
Be nice.
You
Be
know
nice.
that was the one, bro.
I know.
I'm gonna have to go to the jury with this one. What was the logic?
Well,
I need to hear the logic.
So
before I
obviously
rip
we
this.
know the first two. Tyreek, I'm not gonna lie, it definitely is a little bit of a stretch.
He's a burglar.
Yeah, at least for this year.
Yes.
But in a game where I don't know that many people are gonna be paying attention to this game.
Facts.
Another divisional matchup though.
Must win.
There's must win.
Facts.
And there's a lot of noise around Drake May and the Patriots. Everyone's going to sit there and say this is not going to be an easy matchup and an easy game for the Dolphins. So I'm just going to go with the best player on the field, and that's Tyreek Hill. And it's 60 plus. It's not like I'm telling him to go 100 alternate, which he hasn't done this year. No.
I need 1 second. I actually kind of like this, bro. But for some reason, I feel like Reek's about to fuck this.
Read the odds on the parlay at the top.
Plus 497. I actually kind of like it. I just need to know what's going on with Tyreek Hill, bro. Why do I feel like
I have it. I'll pull it
so
up
his last
here.
couple games he's going 60, 16, 80. I'm co-signing it. Good, yo, all right,
there we
all
go.
right. It was a little scary. I'm actually going to co-sign it. I did not think I was going to co-sign LA. Okay, my boy. You got one through the line.
I will say, though, props.cash has his line at 64.5, and they have his projection to go 12 yards under it.
Ooh.
So that was a
So
little
Pete will rip it apart.
probably.
God damn it. Fuck it, bro. I'm going to co-sign it.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to co-sign it.
Do you want the second one? Or
Let
you
me get
want
the second one.
Okay, here's the second one. This
Here's
is
the
a
second one.
3-leg college football spread lay.
Guys.
You didn't even want to read it. Oh, my goodness. Come on.
Bro, this motherfucker started the parlay off with SMU minus 9.5.
We didn't read the next
It's
two.
almost like I didn't sit here and do the show for the last half hour, bro. I can't accept that. Can you tell me what the rest of the parlay
I'll tell you what the
was?
rest of the parlay was. It was Colorado minus 3.5.
I don't mind that.
And then it was Alabama minus 13.5.
Oh, that shit was gonna get ripped. Yeah, that shit was gonna get ripped.
Bullshit.
That shit was
Alabama's
gonna
totally
get that shit was gonna get the part.
Alabama's
That shit was
covering.
gonna get the part.
Alabama's
That shit was gonna
covering.
get the- Alabama's bro. Brent Venables is coaching for his job.
I'm telling you right now.
In Oklahoma senior night, Brent Venables has already shut down a couple Alabama offenses. He's coaching for his job. He will do it again. And matter of fact,
This
since
segment-
you want to fade me on that pick, here's my parlay. Let's go.
This segment-
and this one's actually sharp as
swear
fuck.
to you, this-
Nah, fuck you. Read my parlay.
This segment
it's
is
sharp
gonna
as
make
shit.
us
And you're gonna
hate
rip
each
it.
other.
Nah, I don't give a fuck. Read my shit and tell me where you're gonna rip it. It's gonna hit anyway.
Okay.
All that.
Under 36.5, which you did leak earlier in the Steelers-Browns game on Thursday Night Football. I'll go with it. Chilly game, cold game. I
like
understand it.
I like that.
Arizona State alternate spread minus 1.5.
Biggest
Let's go.
game in
And
Arizona ever.
I got a cousin that goes to Arizona State.
Let's
so I'm
go.
all skin in the game, Arizona State.
go.
Let's rock on with the Sun
Come
Devils.
on.
Word up. And then Oklahoma plus 13.5. Like, I understand it. And
Too many points. 90% of the money's on Alabama. Senior night in Oklahoma. Brent Venables has coached against Alabama how many times and done well? And you're ripping
I don't give a
it.
piss about nothing but the tide. Rip it up, people. Rip it up. It's Alabama.
I respect
You had to know that was coming.
I got to the final leg, though. That's fire. I got to the final leg.
You did get to the final leg.
That's fire.
And I wasn't an ass and just read that one first. And
I
then,
like that. No, you gotta understand. Listen, I hate that pick.
No, but to be fair,
I didn't like
SMU was at
Tyreek.
the top, so
I
I'm gonna
didn't
give
like
you that.
Tyreek. I asked you for your reasoning. I liked your reasoning. I just hate SMU, bro.
Okay. Virginia plus 9.5. It's the top one. I had to start with that. I'm gonna read the full thing. Then Oklahoma State plus 3.5, hosting Texas Tech. I do kind of like that.
Would you like reasoning?
Yeah, actually.
So, Oklahoma State this would be the first time they're not playing for postseason eligibility since 2005. A lot of hype going into the season, especially with Ollie Watkins. Everyone thought they were going to be a better team than what they were. Senior night off of a bye as well. Last time they played off of a bye, they should have beat BYU, lost by 3. I just think they come out firing last game of the season, nearly everything on the line. Fuck it.
I'm cool with it. I'll leave it there. And then Packers money line hosting the 49ers. I like it. I just have to fade it because it's SMU.
That's crazy.
That's the only reason.
That's crazy.
I have to fade it because of SMU.
That's all right. That's
But
all right.
It seems like it was just one pick.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
And we leaked it to each other at the beginning because I was already saying SMU at the
Facts.
beginning. You were already saying
Facts.
Virginia at the beginning.
Facts.
They're both not bad plays.
Nah.
And then look, we at least got one.
We got one through the line.
Hopefully we got one through the line.
We
And
got
hopefully
one.
that means that's one winner.
Facts.
Okay, keeping it in the parlay structure, let's build a 4-leg touchdown score parlay. Again, this is going to be a little bit tougher for us because not all lines are released. We do record
Can we
these on
speak on
Thursday.
that? Guys, it's Thursday in the NFL. It's week 12. We should know, how do we not have lines? It's kind of
We have
unacceptable.
more than I thought.
We can work with this. Do we want to take one for the Thursday game?
I don't because we're going to end up putting one in the Thursday night same game parlay.
God, bro, can we just not put a touchdown score in the Thursday night same game?
So then why would you just ask that? That's gaslighting.
Bro, we shouldn't take a touchdown score from that game.
Okay, so then let's not. Let's just put it off the board.
No, you're right. You're just right. You're right.
Okay, so would you like to go Vikings Bears?
Let's look at it.
Okay,
Look at it. I think it could be scary.
like why not? Can we just start it there with Justin Jefferson divisional game? Why not?
Bro, Sam Darnold has looked legit remedial in the red zone.
So then you want Aaron Jones?
I just want.
I'm actually cool with that.
I just want to look at the last time Justin Jefferson scored because sometimes when these star wide receivers haven't gotten the end, he has not scored in 4 weeks.
So let's move it to plus 130. Better value. Aaron Jones.
Nah. I think we take Jettis, bro. He hasn't scored in 4 weeks.
Fine. Done.
I'm
That's
down
leg
with your
one.
first thought. I'm down with your first thought.
Done. Okay. Would you like to move to the Dolphins and the Patriots?
Let's look at it. I don't know if I love it. Let's look at it. Age change to minus 210. Can we be for real for 1 second?
Dude.
Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going.
I don't even want to take
No,
Tyreek.
I don't want to do it. No, it just pissed me off. Pissed me the fuck off.
Like,
that just pissed me the fuck off.
could we just
Nico?
go back to Nico? Yeah, I was thinking that too. Let's go back to Nico. Done deal.
But is it the game to do it?
It's against the Titans.
Is it
and they're
the
at home.
game to do it?
They're
though?
back-to-back games at
Titans are
home.
Scrappy. What are the games on this list?
Cowboys, Commanders,
I
Broncos,
like
Raiders,
it.
Niners,
Let me
Packers.
get B-Rob. Where's B-Rob?
Okay.
Where's B-Rob at?
Minus 145.
I'll still kind of put him in there.
All right.
4 legs, it can still be juicy.
All right.
What games do we have left?
Let's do a 49ers, Packers. one.
Yes. High total, yes. I like Josh. I like Jaden. I like Jawan.
I was going to go Josh.
I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
Okay.
I'm down with that.
Josh Jacobs in there.
I'm
And
down
we need
with
one
that.
more. Cardinals, Seahawks, Eagles, Rams. You pick the game. I think we close it out with the Eagles game because that's a Sunday night game. So then we got to sweat all day.
What do you want to do? When you're betting Eagles touchdown scores and I had a purpose before I had an opinion, tush push from the 1/2 yard line, I tell my teammates to go down so I can pad my stats. I'm capping. What do we do?
I would like to take Jalen Hurts at minus 130, but I also would like to take Cooper Kupp at plus 155.
Is Saquon Barkley plus money?
No, he's minus 180, so I'm not touching it.
What's Cooper Kupp's line?
Plus 155.
I kind of like that.
Quinyon Mitchell can't be on both Puka
No,
and Cooper.
and we like to move Cooper Kupp around to the slot. Let's get him on the rookie Cooper DeJean in the red
plus
zone.
155.
Let's hunt a matchup. Ew.
So you got 4 legs.
Wait.
You probably want to put an Eagle in there. I'm down to put A.J. Brown, but he's worse value. Okay, let's do it. Fine. Fuck it.
Like, when's the last time A.J. Brown scored?
All right. Let's do it.
When's the last time A.J. Brown
Let
scored?
the big man eat.
When's the
Let
last
the
time
big
A.J.
man-
Brown
Let
scored?
the big man
I
have a
kind of
TV
like
show.
this.
Okay, so you got 4 legs. Here's the 4-leg touchdown parlay for the entire NFL slate. We got 2 1:00 games, a 4:25 game, and closing it out with an 8:20 on Sunday Night
That's
Football.
perfect. That's actually perfect.
Perfect. All day sweat. Justin Jefferson plus 115. Brian Robinson Jr. minus 145. Josh Jacobs minus 135 to get in the end zone. And finally, to close it out on Sunday Night Football, A.J. Brown plus 130. Those odds get you plus 1354. $10 would win you $135.
Low key. I like it.
I'm in it.
Sam Darnold, please, just 1 week, bro. Brian Robinson's got to be a lock. We know he's getting to the end zone. We see what he's doing first week back versus the Eagles off injury. I think that's a lock. Josh Jacobs, he scored last week. Could be a little scary, wary. We know sometimes this game gets a little weird, could be a little scary, but I like Josh Jacobs. And then A.J. Brown was the last time he scored a touchdown. Like, I think that's his best friend, bro. You know what I mean? Actually, I'm going to look at, because if he hasn't scored a touchdown in a lot of weeks, bro, I think you take him straight. I'm dead ass. Good matchup, too, like versus weaker secondary. I actually think it's a lot of logic here. No cap, just giving it locks on the show. Give me 1 second. Give me one second.
What is that you're looking at?
A.J. Brown touchdown. Hasn't scored in a couple weeks. His best friend's the quarterback. Rams have a weaker secondary, younger secondary. A.J. Brown has not scored in 4 weeks.
Okay, so we have 2 guys that haven't scored in there in 4 weeks.
I kind of think it's A.J. Brown. Wait. This is like a game where you could do the A.J. Brown 2, Cooper Kupp 2, and it would make sense. I'm not even joking, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know when people put the parlays in and it legit doesn't make any sense? This game like actually kind of makes sense, bro. Cooper Kupp matchup hunting. A.J. Brown hasn't scored in 4 weeks. Kind of a trap game, so you think the Rams are going to have the upper hand anyway. Maybe the Eagles have to come back in the game off a hot start from Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp had a good game last week.
Let's just see what this value is because you're saying it.
I think we're cooking something here.
So Cooper Kupp for 2 touchdowns, A.J. Brown
He
for 2
scored 2
touchdowns.
last week. That dirty dog.
Who?
Man. Cooper. I don't care, though.
Cooper Kupp for 2 and A.J. Brown for 2 is plus 9,452. So $10 is for, almost 1,000. That's pretty funny.
There's gonna be a sicko on this podcast that's doing it.
I'm sure there is, and it's not the guy in a Rangers hat.
$5 with you 500? Shit me?
Yeah,
Shit me?
that's your kind of parlay.
Shit me?
Okay, would you like to move to quick picks before
Yes.
we get to our Thursday Night Football same game parlay?
Yes.
Because I would. Okay, so we briefly again. We briefly touched on some of the games earlier, which we'll be moving quicker on. But the games that we didn't touch on, you're going to hear now. So we'll start it. Texas A&M is -2.5 at Auburn. And this is kind of a weird spot where I would
what to do. You know what to do.
Auburn money line.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't even got to say nothing. Cosign. Senior night, A&M kind of up and down. We don't know what that team is. We think that team's good, though, but sometimes that team bad. And we know Johnny Manziel's going to put like $200K on it. Trap, he give me Auburn money line. Love it.
All
Love
right.
your thought
Bama,
process.
we're going to disagree here as
What
we
the
already
fuck are you
have.
doing, bro?
Bama -13.5 at Oklahoma. You know I'm on the Crimson Tide. And
Yeah.
you're on the Sooners.
No, okay, I'm on the Sooners. No, I'm on the Sooners. I just want to say it again and just say it one more time. 90%
I know.
of the money is on a team going to another fuck a Power 5 school, a legit blue blood in college football's house for senior night. Brent Venables has a lot of familiarity with this Alabama team, how they do things. I don't care about the new coach, new QB is Brent Venables, and he's on the hot seat. I'm just saying, guys, caution at the win. Y'all know I'm on Oklahoma.
Here's my trap that was announced earlier in the show.
I love that from you.
Army
No,
plus 14.5.
I actually want to celebrate you for that because I
Thank you.
don't think you. I don't think you would ever be there, ever in your life.
No, I agree.
But I think it's Notre Dame or nothing in this.
I would have just ended up watching this game.
Yeah,
but
you would have been leaning. You would have been leaning Notre Dame a couple years ago.
For sure. Army plus 14.5.
Or Army, my fault. Or you would have
Yeah.
been leaning a couple years ago.
Would have been leaning Army. Army plus 14.5 at Notre Dame. Going to be making my quick pick with Notre Dame to roll and win by over 2 scores.
Yeah, I got Notre Dame as well. They look a lot better. Not a lot of people are talking about it. Riley Leonard's also pushing the ball downfield. He's look like he's growing as a passer this year. Notre Dame looks like a serious player that can come in later this season that no one's talking about. So I think they cover here as well.
SEC matchup for the Longhorns. They get Kentucky and that big defense that has early on in this season, a couple months ago, scared the Georgia Bulldogs. That was a 13-12 finish.
Beat Ole Miss.
It was like a bullshit first half. That game was in Kentucky. This game's in Texas. Kentucky's plus 20.5. I know Texas has the ability to roll. And
I don't know, but Sark and them look a little bit scary versus Arkansas. We called the Texas cover. We got the Texas cover, but it did not look like a good Texas cover.
The point can be that Texas has the capability to completely
shit the bed.
But also blow this team out.
That too. Yeah.
But you need 3 touchdowns and 3 extra points. That's a lot of points.
Matchup,
Give me Kentucky plus 20.5.
I 1000% agree. Texas has an ability to fuck off, and I think all the Texas fans know that. I'm a big Sark fan. I just think they have ability to fuck off. In a 21-point game, you got to take Kentucky. They already covered. They beat Ole Miss. Covered versus, you said, what, Georgia. They covered versus a couple other people, too, we left off the list. It's Kentucky or nothing for me, for sure, bro.
Penn State back-to-back road games. They're headed to Minnesota this week.
Scary.
11.5.
Scary.
I kind of, really
no
want to take Minnesota.
Please, baby, no more parties in L.A.
I think I really want to take Minnesota here.
I'm thinking it's Minnesota. I want to say something. History likes to repeat itself, right? Penn State in 2019 traveled to Minnesota when Tommy Morgan was the quarterback senior year. PJ Fleck was the new hot head coach in Minnesota. Penn State was undefeated or a one-loss team, very hopeful team. Sean Clifford was the quarterback. KJ Hamler was the premier wide receiver, one of my more favorite teams of recent times. Walked into Minnesota, got upset. Big favorites. I don't think it was senior night, but it was close to it. I think it was November 9th, 2019. Similar situations. I'm listening to interviews from the current Minnesota quarterback. I'm sorry, I forget your name, my guy. It's actually a bad blunder on my part because I wrote it down. I don't feel like taking my phone out. I'm just lazy. He said, to prepare this game, the first thing they did was sit down and watch the 2019 game. Scary. Not much to play for but a ball eligibility. Last home game in Minnesota. Penn State, we know Penn State got a fuck off ability in that little duck they got back there. And I think they fuck off. I think they win.
For sure.
But I think they it's funny too because Penn State's kind of eased the ship on that narrative in the past. Blew out Purdue. They've blown out a couple teams this year. Handled Illinois. They covered that game. People thought they weren't going to cover. A couple other games people didn't think they're going to cover. They covered. So if you are a Penn State backer, you do have enough evidence to say this team doesn't overlook teams. They don't fall asleep. I just think history might repeat itself here, and we could get a 6-point game-winning field goal Penn State win. Me personally.
It's weird that we're on a lot of the similar sides except for the games that we had already touched on. But my lean here is Minnesota.
You know where I'm at. Oh, my fault.
My lean is Minnesota, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, 100%.
Plus 11.5.
100%.
My favorite bet of the weekend, it's Friday night, so do not forget that this game is not on Saturday. It's Friday night at 8 p.m. We found the money glitch. We're going to be talking about it for the rest of the season because they have the Purdue Boilermakers
The worst
have
team of all
one
time.
more game after this, and that's against Indiana. We'll be hammering that
Get
spread
your
as well.
money now.
Money glitch, Purdue plus 13.5. Don't need to say it again.
Yo, they play Indiana next week. Indiana off the big loss to
Yep.
Ohio State, playing to make sure they can make the playoffs, going playing
That's
Purdue.
what I'm talking about.
They'll win. Yo, we
Minus-
actually found a money glitch. Bro.
Michigan State is minus 13.5. Purdue is plus 13.5. And the glitch is just to take whoever the hell plays Purdue because they will always cover. We've learned that from the good teams. We're about to learn it from the bad teams. Michigan State minus 13.5. Best bet, favorite bet, free money glitch. Don't miss out.
The only thing I'll say, just to put some caution at the win, Michigan State has a look ahead spot. They have Michigan next week at the Crib Senior Night. I just think Michigan's dog shit, so we can take it one at a time.
That's true. We can't take it one at a
You
time.
know what I'm saying?
For
Michigan's
sure.
a little shitty, so we can take it one at a time.
Lastly, on the college football slate, again, we did touch on this one as well. Ole Miss, minus 9.5. It's up to 10.5 in Florida. In the swamp. I'm going to go Ole Miss.
That's crazy, bro.
Yep, I'm
That's-
going to
that-
go Ole
that's-
Miss.
that's
And I'm
crazy.
fading Florida because I took them last week. And
That's crazy, bro. I do think you could be correct with people are overthinking with the Florida, but I can't fade the senior night. I can't fade the nothing to lose. I can't fade the team with the Lane Kiffin teams in general have a fuck off ability. Then Ole Miss has already fucked off a couple times this year. I can't back that. And then I can't fade DJ Lagway when he's trending up. So I'll go Florida. But if you do take Ole Miss, I do completely understand. Don't get me wrong. I completely understand, but I'm on Florida.
closing out college and into the NFL, the Vikings are minus 3.5 in Chicago. Divisional matchup. I'm going with the Vikings, 3.5. I was very, very, very tempted to take the Bears here, but I'm not doing it. Sorry, Chicago. You're not the team right now. You got a lot to work on. Even with this star-studded roster and the new guys that you all brought in from the rookie draft, give me the Vikings minus 3.5. Sam Darnold's got to get back to what we were through weeks 1 through 6.
Does he though? That's my thought process. Did someone just show us who they actually are? And I love Sam Darnold.
Well, we called them frauds
I love-
after 3 weeks.
I love the guys that get written off, but exactly what you said, I've been waiting for this team to show its ass. And I think they started doing it. I think the Bears are also trending in the right direction. Ever since they fired Shane Waldron, low key, there was like a little hiccup there with the one game where DJ Moore walked off the field post Shane Waldron. But even after that, we've been trending up. Last week, the offense looked a lot better. They should have beat the Packers. The only reason, and if the Bears beat the Packers, just thinking spot wise, I would have taken the Vikings here because the Bears off the emotional win. But the fact that the Bears could feel like they got so close, put it together, got so close, and then still came up short, and they still have something to improve on. I think they put it together this week. A team trending up, team trending down, home divisional game, money's on the Vikings. Give me the Bears. Give me the Bears. I can't
Okay.
even bet on Caleb Williams, but fuck it. Give me the Bears.
Dallas Cowboys plus 10.5. A lot of points. Divisional matchup again. Going to Washington against the Commanders.
So here's my thought process with this game.
Oh my God.
So we talked about the last Thursday Night Football game on the pod already, right? How the Texans were the better team. Money was all over them. Sharps were thinking it's got to be a Cowboy spot, 7.5. And they got rolled on. But in the midst of that getting, like the game was, did they lose by more than 17? Was it 17 or was it more than 17?
I think it was more.
In the midst of that happening, I promise you, I'm going to sound psychotic. There were plenty of times in that game where I could see the Cowboys turning the game around and covering. In like the first quarter, the Texans had like a chance to blow the game open. They didn't do it. Had a chance again in the second quarter to blow the game open, and they didn't do it. The Cowboys showed a little bit of resiliency. Something about the Commanders as well. Like, listen, bruh. Tape gets out on these young quarterbacks. Dallas isn't a good team, but they're a historically good team with a lot of pride. I don't think they want to get dogged on by a rookie quarterback. Now, you think the Commanders have to come out a bad divisional loss to come and get a big win? I just think 10.5 could be a lot. I'm not betting Cowboys at all. I'm not telling you about Cowboys. I don't even lean Cowboys.
I don't either.
I think I'm going a stay away direction in this game. I will say though, double-digit favorites in the NFL are 5-0 this year. Last week I had Detroit Lions. This week it's Washington Commanders, Kansas City Chiefs. If you have a system you want to follow, you could follow it this week. Dallas looks absolutely horrible, and the Commanders are coming off of a big loss. I'm staying away. That's my tip.
Commanders have to show a little something after the beatdown on Thursday Night Football. That was a divisional matchup too. You get back-to-back divisional matchups against a extremely struggling
And you go back
Cowboys
home.
team. You're back at home.
Wasn't a lot of travel from Philly to Washington.
Jaden Daniels is going to figure this one out.
I can see that.
Cowboys are in piss.
I can see that.
It's got to be the
Bad
Commanders.
teams know they're
like,
bad in week
it's
11, week
gotta
12,
be the
bro.
Commanders.
I
Apparently not
well,
Micah Parsons.
yeah,
Apparently.
Yeah.
But outside of Micah Parsons.
Bad teams know they're bad.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Third straight divisional matchup. Patriots plus 7.5 against the Miami Dolphins in Miami.
Oh, my God. This is so hard for me. So I fell for the Patriots bait last week. I thought it was a great spot for them playing LA. LA had Philly the week after that. Drake May's been trending up. I thought it was a great spot for them. Do you also feel like there's something in betting? It happens more to me with player props, but it happens with teams too. You'll take an underdog to win, and you're just 1 week too early. You'll take someone to go off, and you're just one game too early. I think Miami wins.
Me too.
But I also think people are starting to notice, oh, yeah, Miami's won 2 in a row, 3 in a row. They have to win these games. They're in the playoff hunt. Oh, fuck, yeah, just bet Miami. Give me the points with Drake May and them. But I do think Miami wins. Give me the points. I lean the points with Drake May and them.
Yeah, I feel like that's the right call. I don't know. I just, at the same time, I feel like I want to go with
2-0.
Miami at home.
Rolling at the crib. Got to win these games.
Sunny weather.
Got to win these games. And point differential doesn't matter. But as an NFL team later in the season, you want to win the games you're supposed to win big just because it makes you feel better.
Man.
When people say like wins, you know what I mean? A win in the NFL is hard to get. You feel good getting a win. But all wins aren't created equal. And you do want to win big down the stretch to feel like you're clicking and rolling.
It's kind of a bar.
I wouldn't be mad if you took the Dolphins. I'm staying away from it. I would lean Patriots.
I'm
but
definitely staying away from that game.
Yeah.
But I'm leaning Miami.
Okay. It's patch nothing for me. I can't lie.
Lions 7.5 in Indy against the AR game-winning drive on the road in MetLife.
Man.
Indianapolis
man.
Colts. I have seen how many times that the Lions just put up a mass number of points against teams that are not
Less than.
great teams.
Less than.
Thank you. That's probably the best way to go. I mean, we saw 52-6 against the Jags.
And
obviously,
no remorse.
They're in piss. But
No remorse.
Lions minus 7.5 for me. I don't need to say anything further. I'm riding the team that scores. And let's put the placeholder here as well. Amon-Ra scored in now 5 straight games, or it's 5 or 6, whatever that case is.
Yeah, thanks for giving us the line, FanDuel. Not
Like,
that we want to put in a parlay or anything like that. Appreciate
it's
the
going to
line.
be because that would have been would have been the play there,
didn't
but
want
it's
to
going to
do
be
anything like
Amon-Ra
that.
St. Brown to score yet again.
I like
I'll
that
take the
call.
Lions minus 7.5.
So here's my thought process with this game, right? So originally, lines come out, look at the line. Colts. 7.5. You bench a guy. Everyone's against him. He comes back, has a good game versus Aaron Rodgers, and then has a game-winning drive. We're feeling good. We're back behind our guy. Now we get a team that just beat the shit out of a team by 40. You think they're the best thing since sliced bread. Everyone's calling them the fucking favorites to win the Super Bowl. They're now plus 300 to win the Super Bowl.
True.
Could they use a reality check? I think absolutely. Here's the thing. You don't like the Lions playing away from their stadium because of Jared Goff dome things, and plus their team, Amon-Ra, Jahmyr Gibbs, J-Mo. You just think that's a dome team. They're going to a dome. They're going indoors. Indy's indoors. One of the loudest places to play. It is home field advantage, but it is indoors.
Who likes indoors?
Jared Goff. Me personally, though, that's for my Lions backers. Now, for me personally, 92% of the money's on the Lions after winning the game by 40. And if you've ever played a sport, you know you're human, bro. You win a game by 40, you're going to smell yourself. You're 9-1, you win a game by 40, you're smelling yourself. They're all smelling themselves in that locker room, 100%. Indy's hungry. Indy, I think, also smells blood in the water. Now, they don't own the tie breaks. It's very unlikely they can win the division. But they have a lot of reasons to keep playing, especially for the wild card, too. But, I mean, even division. If you're in the locker room, you're delusionally telling yourself you can still win the division. I love the Colts plus 7.5 this week. 92% of the money's on the Lions. Home dog, at the crib. AR's looking better. Everyone and their mom is on the Lions. And you usually think, we were talking about before with these lines, bad teams know they're bad. The Colts are not a bad team.
I agree.
They think they're a good team. They think they're a playoff team. They think they can make some noise in the AFC. I think they think this would be disrespectful. I'm all over the Colts in this spot. Give me and Shane Steichen, bro, my boy. Give me the Colts in this spot.
That takes us to the Eagles in the last game on this quick pick
Oh,
slate of the
man.
NFL. I'll let you take it from here. This
All
is
right,
the trap
okay.
here.
No. Okay, so okay. So I'm switching sides.
You going back to the Eagles?
So here's the thing.
Eagles minus 3.5
I
in LA.
want to do my job correctly. I feel like on this podcast, our job is to cover the betting landscape. We're not necessarily cappers or handicaps or touts. We want to show you guys line where the money's going, who's performing well, who's not performing well, what defense is doing good, what defense is bad, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do my job here. If I was a neutral party, it would 1,000%. I'd be licking my chops to have a chance to take the Rams plus money. The Eagles have to go across the country, smelling themselves. Big divisional win. The hype is bigger than it ever was. The Eagles were plus 1,300 to win the Super Bowl. They're now down to plus 800. Everyone's kind of loud. Jalen Hurts has been rolling. People are kind of off his back now. Here's the thing, though. And the money's all over the Eagles. The money is all over the Eagles. This line stayed the same, but I'm going to say this line's going to get bet up. It's going to get bet up. It's going to go to 3.5. I didn't think it was, but it actually is. Because I thought the Sharps were going to come in and hammer the Rams. I actually think it's a spot where there's some people saying it's a trap. People like me going to bet the Rams, Publix on the Eagles. Low key, though. Let's look at the last time the Eagles traveled to L.A. It was a trap spot. We came off a big win. We went to L.A. The Rams were better then. Puka was younger. Cooper was healthier. Stafford was younger. Aaron Donald was still there. Team was overall way better. Eagles were minus, I think, 3 to 4, something like that, 4.5. Eagles won 23-14. It was a close game, but contentious, but the Eagles got the late touchdown in the end, in the corner of the end zone. I don't know if you remember that. To win a game. I'm pretty sure it was a PI call that kind of went away as well. But Eagles covered that game. And that was another game where a lot of people were like, it's a trap. I took the Eagles in that spot. I'm going to talk myself back into taking the Eagles. I think it's a better team, and it's still a big spot. Sunday Night Football, Eagles can't rest on their laurels. People think, like, I don't know, maybe after the Washington win, everyone's thinking the Eagles have the division wrapped up, But if we just lose this week and Washington wins, we have to play Washington again at Washington. So this division's far from over. All these games matter just as much for us as it does for the Rams. I think with the leadership in here, and these guys have done it before, plus A.J. Brown was there. We went to L.A. the first time. Lane Johnson was there. Dylan Hurst was the quarterback. Really, the only thing that wasn't going on as far as stars was like Quinyon Mitchell, Saquon Barkley. Besides that, C.J. Gardner was on the team as well. I like the Birds. I'm on the Birds. I had a purpose for that. They had an opinion. I don't give a fuck. I can go to Mexico. I can go to England. I can go to L.A. I don't give a fuck where you take me. It's the Birds. I'm going to take my boys. Everyone get the win. And we going to cover. I don't give a piss about nothing but the Birds, nigga. Fuck they talking about. Give me the Birds.
That is funny. I mean, look, I'm a hater. I don't want to see the Eagles keep winning, but it's the smart bet. I like money. So it's the Eagles, and let's not overthink it. Okay? Take the Eagles.
I fuck with that.
All right?
I fuck with that.
We tried to overthink the Commanders
Yep.
on Thursday Night Football.
And
tried to.
And exactly.
It didn't.
And we saw what happened. And I think this is a similar spot where you try to overthink it and don't do it. Don't do it.
It's the Eagles.
A.J. Brown scored.
And we did have that in the parlay. Yeah.
I think I'm and between me and you guys be here late in the show, give you all some looks. I think I'm going to take A.J. Brown to score. Take A.J. Brown to score twice. I think I'm going to tease the Dolphins down money line and tease the Colts up to about 13-14. Always give you all my teasers. My teasers of the week last week hit. So here's my teasers of the week this week. I think it's going to be Colts bet up 6 points to 13.5 and Dolphins bet down 6 points to about 1.5 to 1. I think that's the teaser of the week, boys. Fuck with that.
Okay, so Thursday Night Football, same game parlay. Browns Steelers. Let's take a look. We already.
So can we just like, bro? If we take a touchdown score, we're really psychotic.
That's what I was just gonna say.
It's raining. It's snowing. The over/under is 36.5.
So
the Steelers just won a game by scoring 6 field goals.
I already have 2 that we can do. Let's just take both running backs for yards.
No.
All right.
I don't know about. I guess you're right though.
I mean,
this is the worst. This is the worst game parlay of all time.
Thursday Night Football, Cleveland Browns, chilly game. 2-8 versus 8-2.
The worst possible same game parlay, prime time to do. But we're gonna fucking do it.
But we're gonna do it.
We're gonna figure it out.
And we're gonna figure it out.
So we have to take someone. So I guess we do have. Let's start with the running backs. Let's just start. Oh! Actually,
Okay.
under passing yards, Sharp Angie. Famous Jameis under passing yards. Sharp Angie.
Leg one's in.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah. I think it had rainy, snowy. Offense has been struggling. We're playing the fucking Steelers. Joey Porter Jr., Minka Fitzpatrick's out there. TJ Watt's barreling down on me.
And then we get a sneaky 80 yards like we've been doing
I
the
don't
past 2
know if
weeks.
we get 80 from Najee, though. I would be more comfortable with 70.
Okay, so 70.
But what's
his line's
like,
73 and a half. So should we just backtrack and put a placeholder on Najee yards now and pivot?
I think it's Nick Chubb 40 first game back.
All right, let's see what the alt lines is for Nick Chubb.
His line's 52 and a half. It's got to be decent, bro. Jesus fucking. I'll take 50.
I mean, at that point, we might as well just take the over at 52 and a half.
No. Don't tweak, bro. You know they like hooking. You know they like hooking shit.
All right.
Like, it's get hooked every day, bro. I got hooked the other. Let's talk about Ben Simmons.
Yeah, let's not.
Want to talk about Ben Simmons?
How about let's not?
Okay. What's Najee for, like, go to Najee odds. Or not, yeah. 60 to minus 200.
We have to put running backs in this. Like, we are solidified in that. Have to.
You're so right. Okay. I'll do Najee 60, bro.
Okay.
I just feel like you have to.
No. And still leave Chubb in there?
Because, like, how many legs are we at?
Well, that would be 3, so we need one more. I mean, what if we did, like, Pickens has got to do something, right? Right.
Bro, that's
Am
what
I
I'm
missing
saying.
something?
Wait, go back up. Wait, I think this is a David Njoku game.
Well, what if we just do an alt?
Okay.
Quick alt. Or receptions.
Let's not be weird. Let's actually not be weird. Can we take off the Jameis Winston under?
Thank you. I'm so down with that.
And then can we just take guys like, so we're going to be taking like heavier alts. It's raining and snowing. Like, I don't want to take an under. I probably should take an under. But instead I'm going to take like some heftier alts. Like, what's David Njoku for 40 yards? I feel like a rainy game like this, you want to target your tight end a little bit.
Fine, let's do it.
David Njoku for 40 yards,
So you
probably a horrible fucking bet.
Najee 60, Nick Chubb 50, Njoku 40.
It's probably a horrible fucking bet.
We need one more.
And then what's George Pickens? Like, I feel like at some point, you know what I'm saying? He's going to get off.
What if we alt him for 50 at minus 176?
David Njoku, last few weeks, we have 9 catches for 81, 5 for 29, 5 for 61, 10 for 76, 5 for 30. I think he's pretty safe.
Done.
I think he's pretty safe.
And then George Pickens 50?
So scary. We don't even get a boost for this.
You get a 30% live.
This isn't enough, bro. This is not enough. This is not enough, bro. Am I being too degenerate? This is not enough.
Definitely, but like,
This is not enough.
you're right. But this is also just a weird game.
I think we have to drop our nut sacks.
On what?
Okay. So this is what we're going to do. Let's take Nick Chubb real line.
Thank you.
We have to take risk here. The fucking odds are just horrible, man.
Okay, so
Nick
Nick
Chubb real line.
Chubb.
And then I can do Najee 70. I hate it with every like fiber in my being. Like, don't like it. I don't want to take it. I would suggest all of you not to tail it. But we have to do it for odds purposes.
Got it. So Najee's in there at 70 alt. Now what? Would you like to make David Njoku for 50?
Nah, I think that's.
Leave him at 40.
I think we might have to either put George Pick up or add another leg. Like maybe add like a Freiermuth receptions up, or maybe add like a Jerome Ford receptions up, or maybe like a Russell. Wait, has famous Jameis been scrambling or Russell been scrambling?
Somebody tell me that.
Nah, bro, I'm sorry. Like, we're gonna, like, this is one of those. We can't just. Some games you can just kind of pick your guys and just kind of. This game's gonna be fucking weird, and it'd be funny enough if this game ends up being not weird at all, and it's like 40 something. That'd be fucking fire. But
What about Freiermuth for 25?
Rushes,
It's plus money.
No.
Why not?
Listen, I don't know.
Calvin Austin for
I don't
25?
know if this is a Fryer.
Depot threat?
I don't know if this is a Fryer with 25.
Calvin Austin?
Is it? Bro, it's raining and snowing. Fryermuth's last 3 games were 14, 17, 19, bro. He's cooked.
Yeah, let's not do that.
But he has 2 receptions, 3 receptions, 2 receptions. He's gotten 2 receptions in every game. Take a look.
Taking a look.
I think that's fine. That probably gets the plus Thou. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, and then we can not draw on somebody though, right? We can adjust. Wait, we can adjust, bro. Give me Najee 60. I don't want to see Najee have to run for 70 yards, bro. I don't think it's gonna happen. Bro.
Okay.
Maybe I'm a hater. And then I think if we can do Najee 60 and Nick Chubb 50, I think we can still get the plus chicken, right?
It should. Or not Najee 60, you said, or Najee
60, 60, yeah.
60.
We should get plus Thou, right? Oh, I feel so much better now. I feel
Okay.
look at you taking a deep breath. I feel so much better now. This could actually hit.
Okay.
I feel better now.
So we have 5
It's gonna
legs.
be Njoku though, right? Or Pickens. It's gonna be one of the receivers.
No, it's not.
Okay, I like that from you.
So we have 5 legs. David Njoku, 40 alternate receiving yards. George Pickens, 50 alternate receiving yards. Pat Freiermuth, 2 alternate receptions. Nick Chubb, 50 rushing yards. And Najee Harris, 60 alternate rushing yards. Those 5 legs give you plus 1029. We'll take it. That was a lot of work.
Take what you like, take out what you don't like, mix and match, and please fucking gamble responsibly, bro. Because this game is gonna be dog shit. This game's gonna be awful.
8-2 versus 2-8 on the road for the 8-2
Please
team.
gamble responsibly, bro.
Be the hell careful.
Please.
Hopefully there's a green $ money sign
Facts.
next to you, next to this parlay. We're getting the fuck out of here. We'll see you after the weekend. Hit some bets. Alex Jacobs, Manny, Ruffin, all day bets. Have some fun on the music. Have a great weekend. Have some beers. Hit some bets, and we'll talk to you on Monday.